It is December the 12th today, and hello everyone. I am Christine, that mysterious voice that you hear behind the camera when I'm talking to the homeless. I'm here with a message today of much more hope, but before I get into my message, I very much like to thank everyone who got on my YouTube channel. I had, in 4 days, I had 1,000 responses to the death of Frank on his picture, and at the same time in 4 days, 760 responses as well to the just to Julie talking about her friend. And I think it's wonderful. I really appreciate everyone who came on. It really meant a lot to Julie. It meant a lot to a lot of the homeless people, because so many people were crying. Just the fact that it seemed like people cared. And that meant a lot to a lot of people. And it wasn't just the homeless. We were finding out more about Frank, that the businesses down here in the Byward Market knew Frank. They were shocked over his death, as much as some of the city employees as well, because they apparently knew Frank too. So it was a great outpouring, and I, again, would like to say thank you very much for giving this outpouring to Frank. It was a wonderful memorial to Frank. At least he has a face, and he's not going to be forgotten, because there was a lot of people that did hold this man in their heart. So my message today is, just before I filmed on Frank's death, I had made an arrangement, because of all the videos and because of the viewers and everything when coming on, and it was through our oh my goodness, oh goodness, now I'm lost here. I'm having a hard day today. It's just I've been sick for the last few days, but I did want to come on and say something, and it was through our community association here in Lower Town. That's who I'm trying to say, that we've all come together, and we had a lovely meeting with the community association, a representative from the city and a representative as well from the Shepherds, on Thursday, December the 8th. And it was a positive meeting, and it was really good, and everyone decided we must work together. There's more meetings planned for January, but it was very positive. Everyone was just appalled at the situation. And I also learned now that the city, since the pandemic, more of the homeless are being recognized, because they had opened up Tom Brown. They've now got a Dempsey as well. And their city is now looking at what can they do. So this is only something that the city I've learned, has come about in the last year on doing something with the homeless. And now we're trying to brief our new city councilors in on what's going on. We certainly have the councilor from our area, our new councilor, Stephanie Plant, is definitely on board with what we're doing. She's understanding the situation. It's been a very difficult situation for the not only for the homeless, but for the residents and the businesses down here, with between the opioid addictions and what the homeless are doing, as my videos have been showing. So it's looking hopeful. There's so much more that I'd like to tell people, but it's going to be a long-term situation. But short-term, we're trying to see if we can find another empty building to put more homeless people in, just to give them shelter for the winter, because it doesn't look too good. We seem to be overflowing as well in the shelters, so we do need more spaces to put these people right now. Oh goodness, and of course we have planned another meeting for January. I'm having lunch with the community association here, or a member of the association, later this week as well. We're going to be talking about strategy. So we're getting together, and it's looking very, very positive. And I can't thank my viewers enough for coming on and giving their, I know I don't have any way, I don't think so. I have to tell you, this technology in my phone is just brand new. I've only had it since August. The other phone that I had was 12 years old and falling apart in my hands. And as a senior, I always hung on to things because the technology, it was so difficult. So you're going to see that I'm going to have bloopers as I go along the way. So please be patient. I'm learning this new phone, this new technology. And it was thanks to St. Bridget's when Dina Sharif, who was following the convoy, when we were sitting there across from St. Bridget's, protesting the convoy people who were in there, and actually seeing what was going on with the homeless that got us involved. And we had that first interview with Julie, and it just blossomed from there. We realized something was serious. It's interesting because even myself living in here, down in the lower town area, walking the streets, seeing it, and seeing what's going on, but it was actually sitting stationary in one place and having the homeless coming up as well as the residents coming up and expressing their views while we're sitting there on a protest. When we had a chance to talk, it wasn't just the homeless, having the community come up and thank us for what we're doing, and the community helping to talk about the difficulties down here with the homeless. So then I realized that I guess the best thing that happened was my other old phone did fall apart in my hands, because now I'm learning slowly this new technology. I haven't quite got it all together yet, so everyone will have to be patient with my bloopers. But I've noticed a great deal of my audience is seniors like myself, which I really appreciated, because being part of the baby boom era, we were the engine, and we have been for many years the engine that also has been able to run Canada. And I really feel that as seniors, we have a voice in here. And I've got some ideas another day I'd like to share, as well as how as seniors that we can come forward and help, because the pandemic has really taken a toll on all of us, and our young people are very much suffering at the moment and could use our help. And I know as a senior, I'll be 70 years old next month. I'm not one when I see things in my beloved city, and I'm actually fourth generation from this, raised in this city. My children are the fifth generation, and my grandchildren are the sixth generation. And when I look back in my parents' and my grandparents' era, if they saw what was going on in Ottawa today, they would say that Ottawa is going to hell in a handbag. And so, when I came from a feisty thing, I remember Charlotte Whitten as mayor, and boy, when she had something to say, you knew it. And because my grandfather, 89 years old, before he died, he'd be jumping out of his chair when he heard Charlotte speak. And it was just an amazing situation, but I'm not one that's going to sit back in a rocking chair and put up my feet when my beloved city is in trouble. So I'm hoping that through what I have to say in the next a few weeks, and like I said, I will be giving regular updates, and I'll be having talks as well. Hopefully I'll be talking more with some of the homeless and that as well. So please keep tuned. There'll be more coming. And again, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate the fact that you've come on to my channel, and especially being a newbie at this stuff. It's quite something on me, and people are astonished that I've come this far so quickly, because I am a very slow learner. But I knew I had to help my city, and this is one way that I know that I can help my city. And it was, as my grandfather said, it's what freedom is. Freedom comes with responsibility, as well as freedom is earned. So this was a philosophy I grew up with, and this is what I'm sharing with everyone, my philosophy. And I think we can come through this, because I've seen and heard my parents, how they came through the Great Depression, how they survived through the two wars from my grandparents and my parents. And I know we're going to survive. And I mean, they survived the polio pandemic. I was born in the middle of the polio pandemic, and how grateful we were at that time for being able to get polio shots. So again, I'm going to leave my viewers, and thank you for coming on, and I'm hoping to see everyone soon. And you'll be hearing more of my voice behind the camera. But I thought I'd introduce myself. And thank you very much, and I appreciate everything that you've done. And please keep watching, keep talking to the politicians, because we need everyone to come on board. And you'll hear a lot more from me. And thank you, and have a good day. Bye.